IVM.
TFG Interviews is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Made in India, hosted by May Thomas, where she brings exclusive acoustic sessions and interviews with the best independent musicians in India.
You're listening to TFG Interviews.
Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of TFG Interviews. We've been talking to lots of sports personalities and people in the field of sports. Today, it's something big. Yes, it is a sports person and he is the big man himself. We are talking about Bengaluru FC goalkeeper, and he is one of the players that is number one in India right now. He's the number one choice for Indian goalkeepers. He is Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Siju was in conversation with the big man, and this was during the time of the AFC Cup. We have to jump in directly into this conversation. This is exciting. This is interesting. Let's listen in.
Tough luck, Gurpreet. But AFC Cup seems to have been a good start for you as a player for Bengaluru, because that was your first stint at the club. So, apart from the loss, let's just talk about how was your experience playing at AFC for Bengaluru.
I think it was a good opportunity for me coming to Bengaluru and participating in the AFC competition and playing straight away in the interzonal quarterfinals and then to the semi-finals. Was a tough start, to be honest, but all in all it was a good experience. Really gutted that it came to an end last night. I would have loved if we went to the finals. It would have been ideal preparation for us for the ISL. But that's football. I need to take everything on the back and keep moving on.
So what do you take the positives from your course? I mean, you're leaving, like Coach mentioned yesterday, that you're going to look ahead, focus on on the future and take positives. So if you as a keeper and player for Bengaluru, we have ISL coming up and then there's a long season ahead. So what are the positives you're taking from here?
I think first of all, being a very new team, team has only played, this is our fourth game together. Getting this far, it's we wanted to go forward, but the experience we got in these last 3-4 games has helped us to rectify our mistakes and to be honest, to know what we need to work on for the upcoming ISL. As players, you know how much you need to work on your own abilities to help yourself and the team.
Now, I know you must have answered all these questions earlier, but just to get something more out of it, could you share your experience with Stabaek? How was that? It
was, full of up and downs, to be honest. When I went there, I wasn't ready. After spending 2 seasons over there, I was ready. I got the opportunity. I was really unlucky with my injury. I broke my hand. Then I had to, work again and come back. I did. I played more games this year. People say it was a failed stint. I don't know how. I played more number of games than any other Indian could. When you get to play the Europa League and stuff like that, it's a big thing,
How was that like, since you mentioned?
It's something that I didn't even think of. I didn't think of myself going to Europe and playing, first of all. So getting that opportunity was paramount, and the experience over there in Stabaek changed me as a person. Day in, day out, it changed me as a player and a person. It made me stronger mentally. The 3 years I spent there, I was really lucky to have them. Though there were things that I would, want that changed and didn't happen, would have helped me to keep carrying on over there. But still, nothing is perfect. Nothing goes on like the way you think it's going to go. But all in all, it was a good experience, and I hope there are many other players who would want to do the same.
Right. Now, what are those new things that you learned? Of course, you will learn more. There are differences in India where in India it's there, and then outside when you go and play or So what could you bring more to the Indian team when you were playing in the national side?
I think just the mentality to not give up, and the mentality to give everything you have, the mentality to work on every single thing, the mentality to win. All these things matter. Going in every day, training and making sure that you contribute, you push yourself and your mate on the side. So I think the mentality only makes a huge difference. And physically, when you get good coaching and you're playing among good players and you're playing against good players, it's going to push your level. So that's what I thought.
Now, when you came back to India and you played for Bengaluru, there were many, including me. All of us jumped onto the gun and said that, hey, why is he coming back? And isn't this like a demotion because we already played in Europe? So just to know from you, what was that like? I know players, they don't think about much about it. Players should. We just
it's I know people didn't expect this. Even I didn't expect this. I wanted to stay in Europe, but I wanted to stay there on my terms. I struggled for 3 years. People don't know that. I struggled a lot over there. People see that I played, the Europa League game. I became the first Indian, this and that. But the days behind those days were full of struggles. And I didn't want to be honest, I didn't want to spend again the same amount of time in the same amount of conditions. So I wanted a new challenge where I was, a bit more comfortable, where the level is even higher. I tried to do that. We found a club in Portugal, but the things didn't work out. With the short span of time we had, since the transfer window in Norway was only open for 1 month, and to convince that club to take me, and the procedure going back and forth, it took a lot of time, and I just had to make a call because I didn't want to stay in Stabaek for another 6 months and not get to play. I was there physically and mentally, and I had got good coaching, and I was there at the level technically. So I needed games, and the coaches agreed on that. The coaches in Stabaek agreed on that. But since you have two good quality keepers, it's so difficult to shuffle. So one of us had to leave. So I had to, make the tough call.
Now, in the national team, you've been the first, you are the first choice keeper at the moment. Also now we are into the Asian AFC Cup. So how does that feel like? You were part of it throughout.
I think it's a very good feeling, to be honest. The last time I was in the Asian Cup with Sunil Bhai and Subrata Bhai, I was a youngster. I was there as a number. I was there as a young member. I was there as an observer. And this time around, I had contributed. So it felt really nice. It's something I look forward to, and it's something where I want to go. I want, I want myself, and I want the national team to be there every single time. So that's what I want out of this.
You mentioned Subrata Paul. How is it like? You just like you mentioned, you won when last time you were there. You were under him, as in, you were just looking up to him probably. And now that you've taken the position, and how is it to play along with him or training? How does that go? Do you all communicate?
I think we have a very good relation. I did look up to him, and there are so many things I learned from him as a youngster. And day in, day out, he pushed me, I pushed him. And the whole experience is good. He's someone I would want to be, with me all along, because you get to learn so much. There are things you discuss even off the pitch, on the pitch. Back then in 2010, 11, I was just an observer, as I said. And this time around, I'm doing something differently, and he's helping me out. So it's a good combination for me, and I'm loving every bit of it.
Coming to the captain, Sunil Chhetri, how is he like? As now you're part of the Bengaluru camp as well as a national team, and both the sides, he's the leader. How is he as a BFC captain and a national team captain?
I think it's nothing different. It's the same person with the same attitude. We are lucky to have Sunil Bhai as a captain and a leader because he shows us the way, and we follow him. He's the one who pushes the team in times when everyone has their head down. So he's a very important guy for us, and whenever we play for either BFC or Indian team, we want that guy to be on the pitch all the time because he's going to help us get out of situations.
Last few questions. How are the coaches, Stephen Constantine and Albert Roper?
Different coaches, different style of plays. To be honest, I love the contrast. Over here we get to play a little bit of football. We have decent players who can play with the ball, and in the national team we have another system. We have players who are warriors who want to run, who want to defend and then counter attacks and stuff like that. So it's a different combination, different contrast. So I'm lucky to have that contrast right now.
Now, as a senior player looking at the under-17 team and their performance, though, we just wanted them to do well, right? What are your thoughts on that team and how the whole tournament panning out?
I think for them, it was a very good opportunity. Not only for them, but for us. Getting to see them play against the best was such a good sight. They did well, the first two games especially. All I can say is, I hope they learn from it, and I hope this is the start for them because this is the start of their careers. After the World Cup finishes, this is when the most important time of their life comes. Of course, the World Cup was an important time for them, but what's going to happen after that is important, and I want these guys to do well because every single one of them is talented. They're for sure way much better than what we were at the age of 15. And they just need to make good choices right now, sensible choices, and push them.
Just a word on the West Block. How has it been like?
It's always been a pleasure. I've always had a good relation with them. Even when I was playing in Stabaek and coming over and playing for the national team, I've always had a good relation and good respect for them. They always, act as the 12th man. Even yesterday they did. We were really unlucky that we didn't turn it around, but I want them to back us every single time we go in Kantirava because they make a difference.
Right. Just final thoughts on Blue Pilgrims. I'm sure you've heard of it. They've come to power in some sort of national team, starting with the under-17, but they would want to take it forward. How's the fan culture building up in India?
I think from the last 4 years, especially after the the making of Bengaluru and the West Block, you can see the fans are more educated about the game. The fans are more organized. The fans are, they have opinions which are good. They push the team. They act as the 12th man. And that's what we want. That's what a player wants. We want their fans to like it.
And finally, what would you like to say to those football fans who are out there, but yet probably not wanting to join the Indian football baggage, thinking that it's true because they compare it to what they are watching on television or something. But what would you like as a player and keeper or a national team figure tell those fans?
It's we are on a good path right now. Every single one of the people associated with us, they are in the journey. So if they can join, it's going to help us. But we respect everyone's choices, and we'll always love more fans. Indian football needs fans. We are nothing without the fans.
You heard him. He talks he knows what he is into. That Stabaek stint over there, a lot of criticism faced by him, and he definitely clears the air. And his decision to come back into Indian football, it's just great for the national team again to have him, all the fans see him here playing right here in his own country. And we wish him all the best in the coming season with Bengaluru FC. Till another episode, guys, of the TFG interviews. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe if you're listening to us on YouTube. And you can also download the IVM Podcast app, which is available on Android and iOS. The podcast is also available on major podcasting apps like SoundCloud, iTunes, etc. Till another episode of the TFG interviews, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Take care.
एक्सक्यूज मी भैया, एक्सक्यूज मी.
बोलिए मैडम.
मेन्यू में क्या है?
मेन्यू में सीन अनसीन है, पॉडकास्ट है, ऑन कोर्स है, साइरस है, मेड इन इंडिया, रीडिस्कवरी प्रोजेक्ट, एम्पावरिंग सीरीज, सेक्स वैक्स है, IVM लाइक्स है, सिंप्लीफाइड है, कीपिंग इट क्वियर है, थिंग्स एंड डेस्टिनेशंस है, माय नेबर जकरबर्ग है और द फैन गराज है. आपको क्या चाहिए?
एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे क्या?
रिपीट नहीं करता हम. आप जाओ IVMpodcast.com पे और सुनो ये सब, या फिर डाउनलोड करो उनका ऐप. सब आपकी उंगलियों पे.